Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to a new video on Amazing Cars Switzerland. Today is all about the new BMW X5 M50d and we're gonna explore this car today. I'm just gonna give you a quick exterior review of the new X5 before we're gonna take it on the road and take it for a first proper drive. But from seeing it now as it sits here in Arctic blue, this specific car, as you can tell, the front end is the first thing that really pops up. We have this massive new BMW grille. The new grille, as you can see here in the center, we have these vents that close if the car needs to heat up in winter, for example, and they close again for aerodynamic reasons. Then walking around the front lights here, we have the magnificent BMW key as per usual. Let's just get the lights on for a sec. As you can see with the blue parts in the light, we have this specific car equipped with the BMW laser light. Then heading around, we have the beautiful 22-inch wheels. Then heading to the back of the new X5, we have the full new rear design. I personally preferred the design of the previous X5, but we have the new lights here in the rear, complete new design, the new exhaust here also for the 50D that sort of matches with the wheels on this car. Then just showing you the boot of the new X5 real quick. Just press the button, as always, having the boot go up. A new thing about the 4th generation X5 is that the lower part of the boot is now automatic as well, so you just press this one and then you have the second part folding down as well. We have 1800 liters of volume here in the rear, and then you can just push these buttons here and then you have the front seats coming down, which is really nice and just much easier with the new X5. Then the luggage cover up here, as you can see, this now opens and closes automatic with the new X5, which is another cool feature they added. Let's just close this again, just press the lower part again, and then obviously the upper part as well. So we find ourselves inside the new X5 now, and this is where, in my opinion, the biggest step ups have been made in comparison to the predecessor of this car. The interior is really luxurious, as you can just see from stepping in the car for the first time. We have the massive center console here where you can pop up these compartments here and just place the magnificent BMW key inside, so it has a wireless charge while you drive. You can also just place your phone. If you have a newer smartphone, you can just place it inside and then it charges while driving, wireless, which is super easy and a super cool feature. We then have in this specific car the crystal style gear leader, which looks really nice, but on a really hot summer day this crystal gear leader gets so hot and it's really hard to get the car into gears because it's so hot and you barely be able to touch it. Then I love the materials used. We have aluminum, just the style of everything. Also the vent controls are in aluminum, gives the car a really nice and elegant feeling of the interior. We then have this massive screen here in the center, the new BMW iDrive 7 with the complete new system. We then have a full digital screen as well in front of the driver here, with the rev counter going the opposite way, which is really interesting. And you have your center navigation route in the middle, not as big as with Audi for example, but still you have it centered. I would have loved if you could configure individual settings for this, like Audi offers as well, which you unfortunately can't really do, but still really nice. But I think we should definitely get on the road now, get this car going and see what the new X5 M50d is all about on the road. So we are behind the wheel of the all new X5 M50d right now, and first things to notice is that this car here has the optional 2-axle drive, which basically means that the rear axle in corners turns as well, which gives you a better turning circle, and you really feel that while driving. That's one of the first things I really noticed here with the new X5. We are now already driving in sport mode. You might be able to hear the sporty exhaust of this car. This car obviously is a diesel. It's a 3-liter flat 6 diesel engine. We have 400 horsepower with the new X5, 4 turbos, which gives the car 760 Newton meters, which is really impressive. And while driving now in sport mode, you can hear the sound of the car and the engine. Of course, this sound is generated and comes out of your speakers, but it still gives a nice feeling while driving around with the car. Then driving modes, we have a few driving modes here. We have Eco Pro, Comfort, we have Sport, and then Sport Plus, where you can configure your individual settings. Like we have Sport Standard, Sport Plus, and Sport Individual. So really nice. We have quite a few driving modes. I'm driving in normal sport right now. And I really have to say, if I have to compare this X5 to the predecessor X5 M50d, that with the new one you definitely feel the change of the driving when changing the different modes. So from Eco, or like just from Comfort to Sport, there is a big change. Different throttle response, different shifting times. Every time you hit Sport, the car automatically shifts down, so you have more torque available that you can use. And as I already said earlier in this review, with the new X5 you also have the gesture command that is in almost all the new BMWs by now. It's always a bit of a thing, but you just circle, for example, to make the radio louder. I honestly would. There you go. And then you circle. It's a bit of a thing. You kind of need to get used to how this really functions. But yeah, it's just a few things you can play with in this car. Then another thing you really feel driving the new X5 is that this car is wider. It's 5 centimeters wider than the last X5, and it's pretty much the same wideness than the new BMW 8 Series. And that car really is wide, and you definitely feel that on the road. But thanks to the four-wheel steering with this car, you're really able to go into smaller parking garages as well with this big car. So we're now going to head to the Autobahn real quick, the Swiss Autobahn, unfortunately not the German one, but I just want to give you a quick we don't have any cars in front of us. I just want to give you a quick 50 to 120 acceleration. I'm just gonna be normal and then just kick down, and then 80, 90, 100. So this car really accelerates super quick. Unfortunately some traffic, but just showing you real quick, we're shifting down now. We're in 4th gear, 100, kick down, 110, 120, 130. This car really shifts and accelerates super quick, 5.2 seconds from 0 to 100, which is super impressive for the weight of more than 2 tons, 2.2 tons to be exact with this car. Then one of the downsides for me personally with the four-wheel steering is, like, when you're driving quicker and you do slight turns, the car kind of feels unstable while driving higher speeds. I know that at some point the wheels will lock, but just driving 120 now, it just, I don't know, like maybe you just really need to get used to it. But as of now, I kind of prefer the other option. But the good thing is four-wheel steering is an option you can add. You don't have to have it in your X5, so that's another good thing. Then the overview is really good actually. You can see a lot. You have a really nice seating position. The seats are super comfortable. Really another big step up from the previous X5. The previous X5 was luxurious as well, but this is just on another level right now. And as you might have just felt, we have the lane assistant here with the new X5. The assistant is in right now, and every time you kind of get close to the side of the lane, the car controls you and just corrects you and brings you back into the center of the street. You can also drive with the lane assistant on the Autobahn. You can let the car drive on its own for about 20 seconds until the car starts to stop, and will then just have a controlled stop till 0, just in case the driver would be asleep or anything else. We got some traffic news here. So I'm currently looking for a tricky parking spot somewhere around here, because I want to show you my favorite feature of the new BMW X5, and that is the reverse assistant. So you basically can park somewhere and the car should be able to drive back the last 50 meters on its own. And I want to find that out if that works, and we're just gonna park here on this left side. Just like that. And then we're gonna stop, and then you have this button here, sorry for the noise, you have this button here called reverse assistant. So you just press this, I reckon. Let's press it, oh there you go. Now you have to get reverse gear in, let's check if no one's around, we're good. And let's get off the brakes. The steering wheel has already turned, as you might have been able to see, and basically all you have to do is check if cars are coming, which are right now, and you have to push the throttle, the gas pedal on your own, but the rest of that the car is absolutely doing on its own. And I am kind of scared of the wheels right now, but I think we're doing pretty good. And as you can see right now, the steering wheel is turning and we're driving the exact ways we did when taking the parking spot. And we have some green lights here. We obviously have the reverse cameras so you can check, and we also have, and on the navigation screen it shows you how many meters you can drive back, and we have 50 meters left to go, we have 10 meters left to go, and the car literally just drives the same exact ways and routes you did for the other 50 meters. So I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen in 3 meters. And we now are back, and the lights went off, it's red now, that means you have to drive on your own. But as you can tell, this really works really nice. And yeah, just if you're in a tricky parking spot, to just press this and then let the car drive back the last 50 meters is something really cool, and definitely my favorite feature of the new X5. Then this car also has the optional adaptive M Sport Professional. The cost of this suspension is 4,700 Swiss francs. You have active steering in it, but the other big thing that you have with it is that the car always balances while driving. So you can take corners with more speed than with the other suspension. So basically you should be able to take corners with a good amount of speed, and the car should still be really stable. And we're gonna try this out. We have a good corner coming up over here. And let's just see how heavy it feels, see how good the suspension really regulates. We're driving 80 now, we're taking this corner here with a good speed, but you definitely can feel how stable the car is while taking corners with a good amount of speed. That was 85 kilometers an hour right now. So overall, the new X5 is a really nice car. I definitely enjoy it so far. There's a few things that I'm not too sure about. I really like the crystal style gear leader, but as right now we have 28 degrees, it's super hot. Same with the aluminum air vent controls here. They're so warm right now. But other than that, definitely a great car. But yeah, this is basically it for today's test drive with the new X5 M50d. I hope you enjoyed today's review. If you did, make sure to leave a like or a comment. Ask me questions if you do have any about this car. I try to answer every single one of them. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you very soon.